pretzel bites for Jay. Pretzel bites, Jay.
All right, welcome bowling fans. We're back at River City Bowlaway with another high school match. This one between Anthony Wayne, the Generals, and Napoleon Wildcats. Today's match is a non-conference match. Even though Anthony Wayne is in our conference, we bowled them twice this year. So one of them will be a non-conference match and the other will be a conference match. So this is the non-conference match. Start out over on the boys' side here today. That loud crash was Avery Badenhoff with a strike over on the girls' side. Slade McCorkle starts out with an 8, leaving the 7-10 split on lane number 1. Fox Taylor up now, lane 3 for Napoleon. And Fox leaves a stone 8. Pickup of 9 for him. Slade now, spare attempt, trying to get at least one of these. And he misses both, so an 8 count for him in the first frame. Anthony Wayne, looks like the pin might have fallen before the sweep. Not quite sure. There's a strike for Anthony Wayne on lane number 2. Fox now, spare attempt, lane 3, picks it up. Andrew Gallagher down on lane 1 for Napoleon. And Andrew picks up 8, leaves the 5-7. Anthony Wayne picking up 8 pins on the lane number 4, leaving the 5-8. Christian Horner starts off with 7, misses the head pin, leaves the 1-2-4. Anthony Wayne starts that one left of the head pin on lane 2, a pickup of 7 for him, leaving the 1-3-5. Andrew now, tricky little spare here. And a nice pickup by Andrew, picking up the 5-7. Christian now, his spare attempt on lane 3, and he chops, misses the head pin, so a pickup of 9 in the first frame. Spare attempt from Anthony Wayne here, lane 4, picks it up. Spare attempt for Anthony Wayne on lane 2 now, picks up 2 out of the 3. Hunter Ehlers up for Napoleon, lane 3, and a nice ball from Hunter, which drives all 10 back into the pit for the strike. Anthony Wayne picks up 7 on lane 2, leaves the 1-2-4. Fox Taylor back up, lane number 4 for Napoleon. That one goes high and splits, leaves the Greek Church, the 4-6, 7-9, 10. Strike for Anthony Wayne on lane 3. Missed spare opportunity for Anthony Wayne on lane number 2. Fox choosing to go this one with what looks like a plastic ball. Trying to get at least 3 here. Slade now up on lane 2, picks up 9, leaves a 4 pin. Fox picks up 3, so an 8 count for him. Anthony Wayne with another strike on lane 3. 9 count for Anthony Wayne down on lane number 1, leaving a 7 pin it looks like. Slade McCorkle just picked up his spare. And Christian Horner crushes all 10 on lane number 4. All right, if I can get somebody in the chat to give me a shout out that you guys can hear me, I'd appreciate it. Andrew Gallagher now up on lane number 2. Right behind him will be Hunter on lane 4. Andrew picks up 8, leaves the 1-2, and another strike for Hunter. Back-to-back strikes in the first 2 frames. All right, thank you for the shout out, letting me know. Fox up now, lane number 3. Anthony Wayne picks up 8 down on lane 1. Fox gets 8 but splits, leaves the 6-7. Andrew up, spare attempt, lane 2. Picks it up. Another strike for Anthony Wayne on lane number 4. That's 3 in a row now for him. Fox now with a 6-7 split. It's tricky, but it is doable. And can't quite get the 6 to slide all the way over. Just cut it a little too thin. So another 9 count for Fox in the 3rd frame. And Slade with a strike down on lane number 1. Seven count for Anthony Wayne on lane 2. Christian now, lane 3, and he doubles up. Back-to-back strikes for Christian in the 2nd and 3rd frame. Brings up Andrew on lane 1 and Hunter on lane 3. Andrew with a strike there. Hunter picks up 8 and splits, leaving the 2-9. I'm sorry, 4-9. Fox up on lane 4, trying to get dialed in here. That one looked good. Strike for Fox. Nice attempt there from Hunter. Picks up 1 out of the 2, though. So an open frame for Hunter in the 3rd. Anthony Wayne picks up 6 on lane 2, leaves the bucket, the 2, 4, 5, and 8. Christian picks up 9, leaves the 9-pin standing on lane number 4. Anthony Wayne with 9 down on lane 1. A strike for Anthony Wayne on lane 3. That's now 4 in a row. Name on the back of the jersey is Walker. Assuming those are last names. Christian now, spare attempt, lane 4. Picks up the spare. Anthony Wayne missed this spare attempt down on lane number 1. Spare attempt from Anthony Wayne on lane 2. Picks up 2 out of the 4, so an 8 count for him in the 3rd. And a strike from Anthony Wayne on lane number 3 after swinging that out wide to the left. Hunter picks up 8, leaves the 3-6 on lane number 4. Fox now up on lane 3. That one goes left of the head pin. Picks up 8, leaves the 5-9. Hunter chops, missed the 3-pin. So a 9 count for him as well in the 4th. All right, we'll switch over to the girls' match. We got Avery Baden hop up on lane 6. Looks like she got 7 on her first ball, left the 1, 2, and 7. And she picks up 1 more for a total of 8. Spare attempt here from Anthony Wayne, lane number 7. Picks up 1 of the 2. Anthony Wayne picked up 7 on lane 5, leaving like the 1, 3, 6. Brenna Massey picking up 8 on lane number 6 for Napoleon, leaving the 6-10. Macy Eicher up now, lane number 7 for Napoleon. That one goes high, ends up picking up 8, leaves the 3-9. Brendan now, spare attempt. Picks it up. Anthony Wayne going high on lane 8, pickup of 8, leaving the 6-10. Spare attempt from Macy here, lane 7, and she gets the front one. So a 9 count from Macy. Spare attempt Anthony Wayne girls, lane number 5, picks it up. Anthony Wayne's lane 6 comes in light, leaves the 1, 2, 8. Spare pickup from Anthony Wayne on lane 8. Kendall Horner now, lane number 7. That one goes right of the head pin. Pickup of 8, leaves the 1, 2. Avery Badenhop picked up 9 on her first ball. Looks like a 3-pin left. Kendall now, spare attempt lane 7. She's got it. Avery missed her spare attempt on lane 5. Spare attempt from Anthony Wayne girls, lane 6. Picks up 2 out of 3, can't get the sleeper. Ariana Kiesling now up lane 7. And there go the pins for a strike. That's back-to-back strikes for Ari. Brenna Massey picks up 9, leaves the 8-pin on lane number 5. Macy swung that one way outside on lane 8. Picks up 8, leaves 2, 8. Anthony Wayne gets 9, leaves a 7-pin on lane 7. She thought the 7-pin should have gone down. Not sure I disagree, but Brenna missed her spare opportunity on lane 5. Macy now, spare attempt, picks that one up. Spare attempt Anthony Wayne here on lane 7. And she's got it. Kendall light into the pocket, ends up leaving the 1, 3, 6, 7. Avery now up on lane 6. Looks good. All 10 back. Strike for Avery. Eight count for Anthony Wayne on lane 5, leaves the 1-2. Kendall now, tricky spare here. Oh, nice attempt, and she gets it. Head pin comes out of the gutter to tap out the 7. Brenna Massey with a split, leaving the 1-3-7 on lane number 6. Going to be a similar shot to what Kendall just had on lane 8. Ariana Kiesling now up lane number 8. And all 10 back for a strike for Ari. That's 3 in a row now for her. Brenna now, spare attempt on lane 6. Picks up 2 out of the 3. Switch back to the boys match. And a strike for Christian on lane number 3 just a moment ago. Andrew up now, lane number 2. Andrew goes high on that one, pickup of 8. Looks like the 3-6 left. Hunter now, lane number 3 for Napoleon. And a strike for Hunter. So a double for him. We're in this, just finishing up the 7th frame, it looks like, on lanes 3 and 4. Fox up now, lane number 4. And a strike for Fox. Andrew picking up the spare down on lane 2 just a moment ago. Anthony Wayne with another missed spare opportunity down on lane 1. Anthony Wayne picking up 7 on lane number 3, leaving the 2, 4, and 5. Christian now, lane 4. Comes in a little bit light, gets some extra pinfall, but ends up leaving the 2-10. Slade now, lane number 1. And a strike for Slade. Anthony Wayne with 8 on lane number 2, leaving the 3-5. Anthony Wayne picking up their spare on lane number 3. Christian now trying to convert the 2-10 here. And I'll pick up 1 out of the 2, so an open frame for Christian. Andrew down on lane 1 now. And Andrew gets 9. Can't get the, looks like the 4-pin to trip out. Spare attempt, Anthony Wayne, lane 2, picked up. Oh, and a stone 8 for Hunter on lane number 4. That thing just did not move. Andrew picks up his spare, but just barely brushed by it. Hunter now, spare attempt, he's got it. 9 count for Anthony Wayne down on lane number 2, leaving a 4-pin. Strike by Brenna Massey off to the right corner of your screen. Spare attempt from Anthony Wayne, picks up all but 1 on lane 3. Nine count for Anthony Wayne on lane 4, leaving a 10-pin. Fox up now, lane number 3. Fox goes a little high, can't get the 6-pin to drop. Pick up with 9 on his first ball. Spare attempt, Anthony Wayne picks it up on lane 4, picks up the 10-pin. Fox now, his spare attempt, lane 3. And he's got it. Anthony Wayne now, lane number 4. That one goes high, but it carried for the strike. Another strike for Anthony Wayne down on lane number 1. And Christian picks up 9, leaves the 5-pin on lane 3. Slade now, lane 2. That one comes in a little light. Pickup of 6 leaves the 2, 4, 5, and 8. Christian now, spare attempt, picks it up. Slade up now, lane number 2 for his spare attempt. And he picks up 3 out of the 4. Hunter up now, lane 3. And Hunter with a strike. Fox now, that one goes high. Pickup of 9 leaves the 6-pin. Andrew also with 9 leaves the 4-pin. I'm sorry, that's a 2-pin. Slade picks up 9. Anthony Wayne with 9, leaving a 10-pin. And Fox pulls his spare attempt, so an open frame for him. Andrew's spare attempt, picks it up. Slade picks up his spare down on lane 1. Anthony Wayne picks up their spare on lane 3. Christian comes in just a little light and ends up splitting, leaves the 2, 8, and 10. It's a tough spare to convert. Anthony Wayne now, lane number 2, comes in light, pickup of 6. Andrew now down on lane number 1. And Andrew with the strike. Christian picking up 2 out of 3. Anthony Wayne gets 9 of them to drop on his second ball. Or I'm sorry, that's the last ball of the 10th frame for him. So Anthony Wayne's 4th bowler finishes with a 2-11. Napoleon, let's see, 3rd bowler would have been Fox, would have been 157, 158 for Christian. 6 count for Hunter to start things off in the 10th. Leaves the 2, 4, 5, and 8. Spare attempt upcoming. Nice pickup. He'll get 1 more. A strike for Anthony Wayne to start the 10th frame. That's on lane number 3 a moment ago. Second ball, 10th frame for Anthony Wayne on lane 3. And he picks up 8, leaves the 4-7. Last ball for Hunter. And a strike for Hunter. So a 194 game for Hunter Ehlers. Anthony Wayne's fifth bowler finished with a 209. Anthony Wayne's first bowler just finishing up on lane number 2, I believe it was, with a 150. I'm sorry, that was on lane 1. Slade's on lane 2. Start his 10th frame, and he picks up 7 to start it. Slade picks up 2 more, finishes with a 162. Anthony Wayne finished with a 125 for their second bowler. Andrew up now, lane number 2. And he starts out things with a strike. Builds on the strike in the 9th frame. All right, so Macy Eicher with 135 in game 1. Kendall Horner, 221. Avery Badenhop finished with a 130. Andrew up now, second ball, 10th frame. And he picks up 7 more, leaves 245. Anthony Wayne's first girl finished with a 158. Andrew's last ball here. Spare attempt. Picks it up. So Andrew finishes with a game of 203. Nice game, Andrew. And Anthony Wayne's final ball is a strike, and he finishes with an 85. So 150, 125, 185, I'm sorry, 150, 125, 85, 211, 209 was Anthony Wayne's. 162, that was for Slade. 203, Andrew. 157, Fox. 158, Christian. And 194 for Hunter. Switch over to the end of the girls' match. Well, the girls' match is basically over, I think. Let's see. We've got Avery had 130. Or, I'm sorry. Can't remember who went first, Avery or Brenna. One of them had a 130, the other had a 128. 135. 221 for Kendall. 227 for Ari. $158, $111, $127 for Anthony Wayne girls, and then 97 and 129. So unofficial scores, I've got the Napoleon boys 874 to 780, a lead of 94 pins, And the Napoleon girls at 8:41 against Anthony Wayne at 6:22 for a difference of 219. Hang on. Anthony Wayne's third girl was a 136, so changes it just a little bit. Was a little too quick on the switch here. All right, so 158, 111, 136, 97, 129. All right, run down the girls' scores here. Anthony Wayne, 631. Napoleon, Ariana Kiesling, 227. Kendall Horner, 221. Brenna Massey, 128. Avery Badenhop, 130. Macy Eicher, 135. 841 total. On the boys' side, we've got 780 for Anthony Wayne. And on the boys' side, 194 for Hunter Ehlers, 203 for Andrew Gallagher, Slade McCorkle, 162, Christian Horner, 158, Fox Taylor, 157. All right, Sophia Coors up on lane number 8. Picked up 8 on her first ball, left the 1-2 it looks like. And she picks up the spare. Lily Light with 7 on her first ball, leaving the 1, 3, and 8. And she picks up 2 out of 3. Kendall Horner now, lane number 8. And a nice ball from Kendall for a strike. Sarah Ford up on lane number 6. Pickup of 7. Sarah picks up 2 more for a total of 6. Anthony Wayne picks up 7 on lane 5, leaving the 1, 2, and 9. Anthony Wayne picks up 3 on lane 8. missed spare opportunity on lane 5 from Anthony Wayne. And pick up of 2 more for a total of 7 for Anthony Wayne on lane 7. And another missed spare opportunity on lane 8 for Anthony Wayne. Brings up Soap on lane number 7. That one rolls up just a little high on her. Picks up 8, leaves the 2-7. Anthony Wayne picking up 7 on lane number 8. And Anthony Wayne converts the spare on lane 5. And Sophie picks up 1 out of 2 there, so a 9 count for her in the second. Eight count for Anthony Wayne, leaving the 1-2 on lane 6. Missed spare opportunity on lane 8 for Anthony Wayne. Kendall up now on lane 7. That one rolls up high on her, but it carries through for the strike. So back-to-back strikes for Kendall. Lily now, Lily Light. And she ends up splitting, leaving the 4-6, 7-10 on her first ball in the second frame. Ariana Kiesling also with a strike in the first frame. Picks up 9 more, leaves a 10 pin. Sophia picks up 9, leaves a 2 pin. Spare attempt from Ari here, lane number 7. Picks up the 10 pin. And Lily up on lane number 5 for Napoleon. Trying to pick up at least 2 of these. And she won't get any more, so a 6 count for her in the second frame. Sophie now, lane 8, spare attempt. Nice looking ball, picks up the spare. All right, Kendall up now, lane number 8. And all 10 back, so 3 in a row now for Kendall. Sarah up now for Napoleon on lane 5. And that one falls off her hand a little bit. Ariana, strike for Ariana on lane number 8. Sarah picks up 6 more on lane number 5 for a total of 6 in the second frame. All right, Sophie up on lane 7 now. Splits on her again after going high, leaves the 5-7 this time. Lily ends up picking up 6. Leaves the 2, 4, 7, and 9, I think it is. Sophia, spare attempt here. Picks up 1 out of 2. So a 9 count for her. All right, we'll switch over to the boys' match. Anthony Wayne with 9 on lane 3, leaving a 7 pin. Garrett with 9 on his first ball, trying to convert the 10 pin here on lane 4. And that one falls off. That's Garrett Hull, one of our seniors this year. Spare attempt, Anthony Wayne here on lane 3. Picks it up. Oliver Franz now down on lane 1 for Napoleon. Christian on lane 4 for Napoleon. Christian's ball is away. And a strike for Christian. Oliver now, lane 1. And that one went a little high and split on him. Anthony Wayne also going high, leaving the 4, 6, 7 split. Anthony Wayne picks up 1 out of the 3 on lane 3. Oliver now, spare attempt on lane 1. And he picks up 1 out of 2. So an open frame for Oliver. Garrett now, lane number 3. And Garrett sweeps all 10 for the strike. Messenger pin carrying over and taking out the 6-10. Andrew Gallagher, lane number 1. And a strike for Andrew. That's 3 in a row now for Andrew. Hunter, came in a little light, and he ends up leaving the 2, 8, 10. I'm sorry, that's Christian. Sorry, Christian on lane 3. Anthony Wayne won't pick up any more on lane 4, 7 count for him. Christian picks up 2 out of 3, so 9 count for him. Anthony Wayne misses the pocket on lane 4. Pickup of 8 leaves the 1-3. Hunter now up on lane 3. And a strike for Hunter. That's a double up for him. Anthony Wayne picks up their spare over on lane number 1. Second ball, Anthony Wayne, lane 2. And he picks up the spare the hard way. And Anthony Wayne converts the spare on lane number 4. Garrett up now, lane number 4, and a strike for Garrett. Oliver up now, lane number 2. Nice ball there from Oliver, and a strike for Oliver. Christian up, lane number 4. Comes in just a touch light, ends up leaving the 2-4. Andrew, lane 2. And Andrew with another strike, now 4 in a row for him. Anthony Wayne picking up 6 down on lane 1. 9 count for Anthony Wayne on lane 3, leaving a, I want to say a 3-pin. Christian picks up his spare in lane 4. Spare attempt from Anthony Wayne on lane 1. Picks up 1 more. Hunter now, lane 4. Picks up 6, leaves the 2, 4, 5, 8 bucket. 9 count for Anthony Wayne, leaving a 7-pin on lane 2. Spare attempt, Anthony Wayne, missed on lane 3. Oliver up now, lane number 1 for Napoleon. And that one looked like it went high and ends up splitting. Leaves the 4, 6, 7, 9. Garrett with 9. The 9-pin is wobbling, but it doesn't fall. Anthony Wayne picks up their spare on lane number 2. Garrett now, spare attempt, lane 3. He's got it. Oliver now, lane 1, trying to pick up 2 here, and that's what he does. So an 8 count for Oliver. Eight count for Anthony Wayne, leaving a 4-7 on lane 4. Strike for Anthony Wayne on lane 2 with a nice looking ball. Christian drops all 10 for a strike. That was on lane number 3. Andrew Gallagher now, lane 1. And another strike for Andrew. Brings him up to, I think, 5 in a row. Anthony Wayne picks up the spare in lane number 4. Hunter Ehlers, lane 3. And he picks up 8, leaves the 4-7. Garrett up now in lane number 4. And a strike for Garrett. Anthony Wayne, spare attempt, lane number 2. Picks up 3 out of the 4. Hunter picks up his spare, lane number 3. Christian now, lane number 4. And that one comes in light and leaves the 2, 4, 8, 10. Looks like they've substituted Luke in for Oliver. And he starts out with a 7-10 split on his first ball. Christian now, spare attempt, lane 4. Picks up 2 out of the 4. So an 8 count for him. Sarah Ford with a strike a moment ago, off to the right corner of your screen. Luke won't get any additional on his spare attempt. And Hunter splits, leaving the 210. Anthony Wayne with a strike down on lane 1. Missed the spare on lane 3 to Anthony Wayne. Andrew Gallagher now, lane 2. And he goes a little bit high, ends up leaving to the 610, a pickup of 8. Strike for Anthony Wayne on lanes 1 and 3. And a nice pickup there by Hunter, picking up the 210 on lane number 4. Andrew now, spare attempt on the 610. Oh, and he chops. Pick up the volt, he only picked up the 10 pin. Garrett now, lane number 3. Gets 9, can't kick out the 7. Luke up now, lane number 1. Comes in a little light, a pickup of 7, leaving the 1-2-4. That's Luke Leahy. He's one of our other freshman bowlers. Garrett now, spare attempt, got it. Nice ball there by Luke, picks up the spare. Out down on lane number 1. All right, we're into the 10th frame. Garrett with a spare in his first two balls, our first half of the 10th frame. Extra ball here. And a strike. So 168 is what Garrett finishes with. Christian now, lane 3, starts the 10th out with a strike. Anthony Wayne with 9 on lane 2, a strike for Anthony Wayne on lane 4. Count for Anthony Wayne on lane 1. Another strike for Christian there a moment ago on lane 3. Spare attempt from Anthony Wayne, lane number 2. Picks it up. Christian now, last ball, 10th frame. Comes in light, picks up 6 more, so 163 for Christian. Anthony Wayne's 4th bowler, who gets a 172. Two strikes to start the 10th for Anthony Wayne's 5th bowler. Speaking of strikes to start the 10th frame, Hunter with a strike in the 10th. Anthony Wayne with a strike down on lane 1. And a spare by Anthony Wayne on lane number 2. Hunter now, 2nd ball, 10th frame. Picks up 9, leaves the 2 pin. Anthony Wayne's fifth bowler gets 9 on his final ball, finishes with a 178. Hunter picks up his last pin, finishes with a 204. Nice game, Hunter. Anthony Wayne picks up the spare down lane number 1. All right, we'll switch over to the girls' match. Sarah up now, 8th frame. Picks up 9, leaves a 10 pin. Kendall on lane 7, leaves a stone 8, pickup of 9. And a spare there for Kendall. So that's the 10th frame, so she'll have one more. So Sophia Coors was ahead of her, I believe. Finished with a 148. Last ball from Kendall. Picks up, looks like 9 more for a 180 game. Anthony Wayne picks up a couple of more for a total of 5 on lane 6. Ariana Kiesling now, lane 7. And picks up 9, leaves a 10 pin to start the 10th frame. Seven for Anthony Wayne on lane 6. Ari, spare attempt. Oh, and blows right by it. So a 214 game for Ariana Kiesling. Anthony Wayne's 4th and 5th female bowlers with a 76 and a 132. So Napoleon's Oliver and Luke combined for a 107. Andrew Gallagher finishes up with a 214 after opening in the 10th. Anthony Wayne's first male bowler with a 137. Lily Light up now. 9th frame. Picks up 7, leaves the 5, 6, I'm sorry, the 4, 5, and 7. Anthony Wayne picks up the spare in lane number 5. Really needs to go right between the 4 or the 4 and the 5 pin here, and she'll pick up one more in the 9th. So open in the 9th, sitting at 115. Nine count from Anthony Wayne girl on lane 5. Avery Badenhop tightrope walks the gutter and picks up 5, leaving the 1, 2, 5, 8, and 9, I believe. Anthony Wayne converts their spare in the 9th. Anthony Wayne's second male bowler finished with a 168. I'm sorry, that's not Avery, that's Sarah. So Sarah finishes with a 69. Lily finished with a 115. Anthony Wayne now picks up a strike to start the 10th frame. Spare attempt from Anthony Wayne on lane 5, picks up 2 out of the 3. So an 8 count for, or I'm sorry, a 9 count for her. And Anthony Wayne's third male bowler finished with a 145. So unofficially in game 2, Napoleon with 856. Anthony Wayne with 800. I've got Napoleon up 1730 to 1580 by a difference of 150 pins. I'm sorry. I forgot Lily and Sarah, we were in the 9th frame, so. Lily starts off the 10th with an 8, leaves the 310. And she picks up 1 of those. So she'll finish with a 124. Sarah starts out with 7, leaves the 1, 2, and 9. And Anthony Wayne's first bowler, after 2 strikes to start the 10th, gets 6 more and finishes with a 138. Sarah's spare attempt, she's got it. She'll get 1 more in the 10th. Anthony Wayne picks up 7 and splits on lane 6, leaving the 4, 6, 7. Sarah now, last ball, 10th frame. And she'll pick up 1 more. So finishes with an 80. And that falls off for Anthony Wayne, so she'll finish up with a 101. All right, we'll switch over to the boys' Baker match while the girls finish up. Anthony Wayne has started off with a strike in the first frame. Oliver Franz looks like he's up for Napoleon. Comes in a little light, pick up a 5. Leaves the 1, 2, 7, 8, and 10. 8 count for Anthony Wayne on lane number 4, leaves the 4, 7. Oliver needs to get to the left side of the head pin to have a chance of converting this. And he picks up 4 out of the 5, so a 9 count for Napoleon to start things off. Anthony Wayne converts their spare in the second frame of the first Baker game. All right, so 111 was Anthony Wayne's third girl. See if we can get the scores updated here real quick. All right, so 746 for Napoleon, 558 for Anthony Wayne. That's 1587 to 1189 for a difference of 398 pins. All right, Anthony Wayne boys up now. Starts out with 9, leaves the 6 pin. Luke got 3 on his first ball. Spare attempt underway, and he picks it up. Fox Taylor up next for the boys in the 3rd spot. And Fox gets all 10 to drop for the strike. All right, looks like we got Slade up next for the boys. Slade, left lane, and lets that one slide a little too far to the right. All right, looks like we've got Lily up for the girls. Start things off. She comes in light, pickup of 7, leaving the 1, 2, 4. Anthony Wayne picks up 8 for the boys, leaving the 310 in lane 4. Slade now, and he picks up the spare the hard way. So with a strike in the 3rd, that doesn't hurt them quite as bad as if it were a spare in the 3rd. Anthony Wayne opens up in the 4th frame, picking up 1. Lily converts her spare on lane number 8. And Garrett Hall splits, leaving the 710 on lane 3. Anthony Wayne goes high, ends up picking up 6. Leaves the 2, 4, 7, and 8. Avery Badenhop up next for the girls, and that one's pulled to the right. She picks up 1. Garrett picks up 1 out of 2, so a 9 count in the 4th frame. Oh, I'm sorry, 5th frame. So Napoleon sitting at 76 in the 5th. Anthony Wayne can't pick up their spare on lane number 4, so they're sitting at 75 in the 5th. Strike for the Anthony Wayne girls on lane 7. Avery now, that one also going left of the head pin. Picks up 5 more for a total of 6. I'm sorry, that was Sarah, not Avery. In all fairness, they both have their hairs tied back in a bun. It's a little bit difference in height and a little bit difference in color. Anthony Wayne boys pick up 5 on lane number 4. Sophia with a strike for Napoleon on lane number 8. Oliver got 9 on his first ball. Spare attempt up on lane number 3. And he gets it. Anthony Wayne, boys, spare attempt. Lane number 4. And he picks up 4 out of the 5 for a 9 count. Kendall Horner with a strike. So back-to-back strikes for the Lady Cats. Luke Leahy now, lane 3. And that misses the head pin, a pickup of 7, leaving a 1-2-4. Nine count for the Lady Generals. 6 count for the Anthony Wayne boys in frame number 7. Ariana Kiesling with a strike on her the Lady Cats. So 3 in a row now on the ladies' side. Luke now, spare attempt, lane 3. Nice pickup there from him. Lily now up on lane 8. That one goes a little high and splits on her, leaves 6, 7, 10. Spare attempt from Anthony Wayne boys, lane number 4. Picks it up. Fox Taylor coming up for Napoleon on the boys' side, lane number 3. And Fox gets 9. Leaves a 3 pin, gives a little tap, but it doesn't go down. Anthony Wayne girls. Split, picks up 6. Lily now, spare attempt on lane number 8 for the Lady Cats. Oh, she made a good run at it. She had the 6, 7, 10, picked up 6, 10. Got the 6 moving in the right direction, but went behind the 7 pin. So 9 count, sitting at 102 in the 6th. Fox now, spare attempt, lane 3. Oh, and he misses. So Napoleon sitting at 121 in the 8th on the boys' side. Anthony Wayne girls pick up 2 more for a total of 8. Strike for Anthony Wayne boys in the 8th frame. Sarah got 8 on her first ball for the Lady Cats and picks up the spare. So a spare for the Lady Cats in the 7th frame. Seven for the Lady Generals on lane number 7. Another strike for Anthony Wayne. They double up on the boys' side. Strikes in the 8th and 9th frame. Sophia now up for the Lady Cats. And a strike for Sophia. Slade picked up 3 out of 4 on his spare attempt, so 9 counts at the Wildcat boys sitting at 130 in the 9th. Another strike for Anthony Wayne boys to start the 10th frame. Lady Generals picking up a spare in the 6th frame. Kendall now, lane number 8. And Kendall drops all 10 for another strike. Garrett up, got 8 on his first ball in the 10th. And he won't convert. So 138 is what Napoleon boys put up for the first Baker game. Ari with a strike to start the 10th for the girls. Anthony Wayne with another strike in the 10th. Lady Generals getting 5 on lane 7. Ariana with another strike in her 10th frame. That's 4 in a row now for the Lady Cats. And 9 count to finish out for the Anthony Wayne boys with 193. So that cuts the lead down from 150 to 95 unofficially. And 8 count for Ari to close out the first Baker game. And a nice Baker game of 210. All right, we'll switch over so that the girls are primary. Boys are having a discussion before entering into the second Baker game of 3. Remember, it's 2 individual games followed by 3 Baker games, and total pins win. Lady Generals with a spare there in the 8th frame. They pick up 5, start the 9th frame. Spare attempt from Anthony Wayne's girls. And she picks it up. Nicely done. All right, Anthony Wayne splits, gets a 6 count. It's like the 2, 4, 8, and 10 maybe. All right, the boys are getting started again. We'll switch over to them, then we'll switch back to the girls. Slade up first, and Slade drops all 10 for the strike to match the strike by Anthony Wayne in the first frame. And Anthony Wayne picks up 3 more on the girls' side, so 142. So Napoleon extends their lead. I now have 1797 to 1331, a difference of 466 pins. All right, Fox got 9 on his first ball. Left a 7 pin, spare attempt. Got it. Eight count for Anthony Wayne on their second ball. All right, Christian up now, lane number 4. Christian picks up 9, leaves a 4 pin. All right, Lily up, start things off in the second game for Napoleon. That one goes high and it splits on it, leaving the 4, 6, 7, 10. Oh, and Christian missed the spare attempt. Looked like he tried to over-rotate that. Either that or going to start it inside, one of the two. And a strike for the Anthony Wayne boys. Andrew with a strike there for the Napoleon Wildcats. Lily now, spare attempt, lane number 7, and that one goes off to the right, so she won't get any additional. Hunter now, lane 4, and he gets all 10 to drop for the strike. So double by the Wildcat boys. Sarah up now, lane number 7 for the Wildcat girls. Switch over to the girls match now that it's underway. You can still see the boys up in the corner of your screen. Sarah picking up 7. And Slade with a strike for the boys. That's 3 in a row now. Anthony Wayne also with a couple of strikes in a row, at least 3 in a row. Anthony Wayne, boys, with 6, leaving the 2, 4, 5, and 8. Sarah up now, spare attempt. And she picks up 2 out of 3 for a 9 count. And a strike by Fox. Pin action, good. Strike by the Anthony Wayne Generals on the girls' side, lane number 8 just a moment ago. Christian up now, lane number 4. Step back, something didn't feel right. Anthony Wayne girls, lane number 8. Gets that one started too far outside. Looks like we've got, that's Brenna. Strike for her on lane number 7. All right, Avery up now for the girls. Christian with a strike a moment ago on the boys' side. Andrew up. Andrew gets 8, leaves the 2, 8. Avery gets 9, leaves the 4 pin. Andrew's spare attempt, picks it up. Avery converts her spare as well. Anthony Wayne girls pick up 7 on their first ball in the 4th. Leave the 1, 3, 6. And Macy Eicher with a strike there, and lane number 7 for the Lady Cats. Anthony Wayne gets 9, leaves a 10 pin on lane number 3. Hunter Ehlers with a strike for the boys on lane 4. Anthony Wayne girls pick up 8 on lane 8, leaving the 4-7. Anthony Wayne boys pick up their spare. Hunter comes in light, leaves the 1-2-10. Lily picks up 7 to start her frame. Frame number 6 leaves the 2-7. I think it's a 2-7-8. Anthony Wayne girls open up. Hunter picks up 2, and boys will finish with a 2:25 game in Baker game number 2. Lily won't get any additional, so 7 count in the 6th. Girls are sitting at 79. Anthony Wayne boys pick up their spare in the 9th frame. They've got the 10th to go. Strike for Anthony Wayne girls in the 6th frame. And Sarah picks up 8. Well, 8, but the scoreboard says 9, so we'll have to, they're correcting that. Left the 6-10. Anthony Wayne opens up to start the 7th. Anthony Wayne boys got 6 on their first ball and picks up a nice spare there. Anthony Wayne girls pick up, look like 4 more, maybe 3. 3. Brenna picks up 8. Leaving 4-7. And a strike for Anthony Wayne boys to finish with 181 in the 2nd Baker game. So I've got totals of 2093 to 1954. Difference of 139 pins. Brenna picks up her spare for the Lady Cats. Spare attempt by the Lady Generals here. Pick up 1 out of 2 in the 8th frame, so they're sitting at 98 in the 8th. Avery now, and a strike for Avery in the 9th frame. Anthony Wayne boys start out 3rd Baker with a strike. 6 count for Slade in the 1st frame, leaving the bucket, the 2, 4, 5, and 8. Macy with a strike to start the 10th frame. 9 count for Anthony Wayne boys, leaving a 10 pin. We'll switch over to the boys action here momentarily. An open frame for the Anthony Wayne girls. In the 9th frame, they're sitting at 107 in the 9th. Slade picks up his spare for the boys. Macy now, 2nd ball, 10th frame. And another strike for Macy. Anthony Wayne girls start out with 7 in the 10th, leaving a 1-3-6. Fox Taylor for the boys gets 9, leaves the 8 pin. All right, Macy, last ball, 10th frame. picks up 6 more for 163. All right, switch over to the boys. Fox now, spare attempt. Picks it up. Anthony Wayne girls pick their spare up. They'll get 1 more in the 10th. Anthony Wayne General boys, lane 3. Picks up the strike. Christian Horner up now, lane number 4 for Napoleon. And that one goes a little high. Leaves the 6-10, a pickup of 8. Last ball for the Lady Generals. And she gets, it's like 5, so finishes with a 122. All right, so unofficially for the girls, I've got 1960 for Napoleon, 1453 for Anthony Wayne, a difference of 507. Christian picked up his spare a moment ago on lane number 4. Brings up Hunter now. And Hunter picks up 9, leaves a 4-pin. Anthony Wayne boys with back-to-back strikes in the 3rd and 4th frames. Their anchor bowler getting ready to bowl. And he picks up 9, leaves the 5-pin. Lily picks up 9, leaves a 5-pin for the girls. Spare attempt by Hunter, picked up successfully. Yeah, that's Hunter. So we've got Andrew bowling the anchor in this final Baker game. Anthony Wayne picks up their spare. Lily now, spare attempt, picks it up. Lady General started out the 3rd Baker game with a strike. Andrew picking up 8 on his first ball. Strike for the Anthony Wayne boys. Sophie up, lane number 7 for the girls. And a 9 count for her, leaves a 10-pin. 6 count for Anthony Wayne boys, leaving the 1, 2, 4, and 8. Andrew now, spare attempt, picks it up. Anthony Wayne boys pick up their spare. That's in the 7th frame. Slade McCorkle for Napoleon, lane 4. That one goes high. Gets fortunate, leaves only the 4-7. Sophie misses her spare attempt. Opens up in the 2nd frame. Slade now, spare attempt. And he's got it. Lady Generals pick up all but 1 on their spare attempt in the 5th frame. Brenna with a strike for the Lady Cats. Anthony Wayne boys with a strike in the 8th frame. Fox up now in the 7th frame for the boys. And he picks up 9, leaves the 5-pin. Avery Badenhop. Back-to-back strikes for the Lady Cats. Fox up now, spare attempt. And just misses to the left. So an open frame for the boys in the 7th frame, sitting at 120. Anthony Wayne splits, leaves the 5-7 on lane number 3. Christian now, lane number 4. Picks up the strike. Macy starting out with 8, leaving the 3-10 for the Lady Cats. Anthony Wayne, spare attempt, nicely picked up there. So spare for them in the 9th frame. Hunter picks up 7, leaves the 3-6-10. Macy picks up the spare there. Nice ball for her in the 5th frame. Anthony Wayne girls with 7 in the 5th. Anthony Wayne boys start out the 10th frame with a strike. Spare attempt from Hunter here now, lane number 4. Picks it up. Lily goes a little high, ends up with 7, leaves the 3-6-10. Andrew now, 10th frame. And a strike for Andrew to start the 10th. And another strike for Anthony Wayne. That's 2 strikes in the 10th for them. Lily picks up 1 more, so an open in the 6th. It's sitting at 102 are the Lady Cats. Andrew now, 2nd ball, 10th frame. And another strike for Andrew. Lady Generals, spare attempt, picks it up. That's in the 6th frame. And 3 strikes in the 10th for the Anthony Wayne boys, and they finish with a Baker game of 219. 3 solid Bakers from the Anthony Wayne boys, 193, 181, 219. Andrew now, last ball, 10th frame. And another strike for Andrew, so 3 strikes in the 10th for Andrew, and the boys finish with a 190. Switch over to the girls. Sophie up. Just misses picking up the 5-10. It's an open in the 7th, sitting at 111. Anthony Wayne picks up 3. That's a total of 7 for the frame and 7th frame. So in the 7th, 111 to 74. Brenna gets 9 to fall in lane number 7. That's frame number 8 for the Lady Cats. Anthony Wayne girls pick up 1. So unofficially, I've got it 2283 to 2173, a difference of 110 pins with Napoleon victorious. We'll get the official score sheet here and double check it. Brenna picks up the spare in the 8th frame. Seven more for Anthony Wayne girls for a total of 8. Avery picks up 9 to start the 9th frame. Nine count for Anthony Wayne girls in the 9th, start the 9th frame. I'm sorry, Avery missed her spare attempt, so an open in the ninth, sitting at 139. Anthony Wayne girls now, spare attempt, and she misses as well. So they're sitting at 91 in the ninth. Macy starts out the 10th with 9. All right, so we have, for the boys, 874, 856. That was game 1. Game 2, 138, 225, 190 were the Baker games. So that's an average, it adds up to 2283. 2173 for Anthony Wayne with games of 700 or 780, 800, and Baker games of 193, 181, and 219. So the team averaged 175.62 for the night. I'm sorry, Macy picked up her spare just a moment ago, so she'll have one more in the 10th here. And Anthony Wayne girls pick up 2 out of 3, and they'll finish with 100. And Macy finishes it off with a strike for 159. All right, we'll double check these scores, but we'll get them posted here so that you can see them on the screen. All right, so I have the Lady Cat scores as Baker games of 210, 163, 159. Add that to 841, 746 for a 21-19. Anthony Wayne, Baker games 142, 122, 100. Add that to 631 and 558, comes up to 1553, a difference of 566 pins. Lady Cats average 163 as a team tonight. Hope everyone had a good holiday season. We're back into the swing of bowling. I believe the next match is, I think it's Tuesday away against Finley, if I remember correctly. So hopefully you can join us on the live stream. We'll wait just another minute here just to confirm the scores with the official totals. All right, so 21-19 with Baker games of 210, 163, 159, 841, 746. 1553 for Anthony Wayne, 142, 122, 100 with Baker games, 631, 558. So everything matches up. All right, I want to thank everybody for joining the live stream today. And we'll see you on the next match. And as always, go Wildcats.